and Pops, and let's talk about GOJIRA. Yes, Godzilla. I wanted to kind of revisit the franchise because I haven't watched it in so long, and I also wanted to get the original version. And sure enough, Pluto has the uncut Japanese version of both Godzilla, the 1954 Gojira, and Godzilla Raids Again. And then over on Tubi, it has the American versions, right? So you have Raymond Burr in the Godzilla movie, which is released as, Godzilla, King of the Monsters. And then, of course, they re released Raids Again as well. So here's the thing, I enjoyed both. And I know that's probably sacrilegious, like to the Godzilla fans. The original is so good. I will say, I was really impressed with how much of the mythology and the science and the backstory and all of that was created right from the get-go. Again, bear with me. I haven't watched some of these in so long. I didn't know the intricacies were there right at the foundation, and they hold up today. And then I also didn't remember how great the musical score was in places, and the original Japanese version, by the way, and the scale, the amount of extras they have, and the intricacies of some of the styles and the shots and things like that were so well thought out and well placed. Just a really, really underrated film. And I will say with the American version, the way they added Raymond Burr, I almost feel like it was it's more like a sister film. I hate the fact that they re-edited so much, but it's almost like his telling of it, like a diary almost, instead of being incorporated, would have worked. I don't know. It's just like I feel like there's a way for them to coexist and not have to pick one or the other in some ways. Because I feel like it's almost like what's getting translated for us, but this is actually what happened with them to them. And I think that's same with Raid. I think Raid kind of continues the same kind of thing where it's like it's manipulated and modified. And I understand all the commentary, right? All of the nuclear war and the atom bomb metaphors and the dangers of science and all of that. Of course, I get all that. I think it's all great. And I think other than like really a couple of shots, they shot it in black and white. They use it far away, and only a couple of shots do you have sort of like those really bad cheesy shots. Like, so there's like one in the original where he grabs like one of the train cars, and it's a quick shot, has a train car in its mouth. It's just really bad. It doesn't hold up well at all. I also think that it was interesting how they tried to engineer the fire breath, the atomic breath, right? And they had some sort of mechanism and spray there, and you can kind of almost see it. But I liked it so much. I felt so immersed in some of the shots and the scenes and how it was pieced together. It's hard to believe that's 1954, right? So obviously it was filmed in 1953. So you're talking about something that's been around for 70 years. 70 years. That's right. That's crazy. 70 years later, this franchise still exists, still making movies, still getting audiences engaged. And then when you get to the second film where you have Ankylosaurus, right? So now you're going to be, all right, we're going to create the other kaiju. We're going to create other creatures that are going to battle and have this incredible conflict. And the humans are in the middle of all this. And what do they do? And how do they get through? And what about Godzilla? And is he enemy or is he friend? And those kind, is the enemy of my enemy my friend? Those kinds of things. The layers and the subtext is so rich and interesting. And of course, the character development and design is so great. The Godzilla roar, by the way, I mean, the first couple times you hear it, it hits me right to my core. And if you haven't revisited these films, like I said, they're free, right? So if you go to Pluto, with the app, it's kind of weird because you'll have all the TV and stuff like that. But at the bottom, you'll have a button called On Demand. Click On Demand. There you have a search option, and you can go to Godzilla. There's commercials, but it's there. It's the uncut version with subtitles. So that way you can watch the originals there. And then over on Tubi, you can just put in Godzilla. And I was just on with Stone Loki, Stone_Loki, who talked about the Criterion versions. So they have all of the names kind of long ways vertically on the posters that they use. Those are the Criterion version, which are they are modified, but they're fine. So the transfers are good. I thought there were some really good elements that were added as well. I'm not totally going to bag on the US version 100% because I do think there were some good moments that tweaked and modified it. I just hate that it was, they lost so many minutes. It is like, I think 15 minutes. It's actually quite a bit cut, but there are some radical changes I don't like at all either. But it's hard to believe, again, 70 years, the level of thought of trying to bring your idea to screen, the idea of using models and special effects and a guy in a suit and cutaways to this and cutaways to that. And it's I don't know, man. I was really there. I was having a great time enjoying it. So I don't know. You guys know what you guys think. When's the last time you've watched Godzilla? Do you have a favorite? Because I've kind of stopped for now. I'm going to come back and revisit the franchise here soon. We're working our way on Talk Hard towards kaiju, so mark that on your calendar. We'll be doing kaiju in June. So anyway, thank you so much for your time, and I'm Pops.